So, Reckitt, those of you who don't know the company, it is one of the big global companies that has taken on a mission to build a cleaner and healthier world. And we're doing that through some of the world-leading brands. We have approximately 140 brands, market leaders in many markets in their categories. And we deliver that through 40,000 very passionate Reckitteers. We spread across 125 markets, sell about 30 million products every day. So that's the scale that we work with. We have organized ourselves into three business units: hygiene, health, and nutrition. Right. Coming to our headless journey, I mean, you've seen the scale of the company. Similarly, in our website space, we have approximately 500 branded websites, all consumer-facing websites, B2C, serving about 98 different brands and attracting quite a bit of traffic every month. The nature of the categories that we play in, we have very functional brands like Finish, automatic dishwashing solutions, or Harpic, one of the leading brands in Asia and India. Very functional brands. People are coming to the websites to look for what is the right product for me, and how do I find it, where can I buy it, and can I buy it now? So these are the type of very functional experiences that we have to provide our consumers. Then we have some very CSR-led brands. Lysol played a big role during COVID. The product was short in the market during COVID. This is where we help the consumers by coming to our website. We will help you find the product in your nearest store. Dettol was a similar one. It is one of the big germ protection brands in Africa, Middle East, East Asia. Similar. Then we have a healthcare portfolio, some of the pharmaceutical brands, highly regulated, very scientific brands. Consumers are coming to these websites looking for their solutions. They would share their symptoms, they want to make the right choice, and we have to build the trust that yes, we know what we're talking about, we can offer the right research, we can offer the right scientific evidence, and then help them find the right solution to their symptoms. And then something a lot more fun and exciting, Durex. Consumers coming to us, and we can even help them find, what is the right condom that fits you perfectly, get the maximum out of that experience, or spin the bottle, for example, and unlock some vouchers, incentives for your next sexual experience, educating them at the same time. So this is the diversity of the consumers that we work with. Now, how does this engagement through web channel serve the brand? Unlike KLM, unlike some of our other colleagues, we're not about, come to our website and buy a product from us. For us, the value unlock is actually brand building, educating the consumers, giving them the right information. In some cases, it's about brand awareness. In other cases, it's actually about getting the right level of insights and intimacy, building a level of trust, and for the brand, getting the right insights that we can then use it for upper funnel activities, media retargeting, and so on. So that's the kind of value that we generate through this engagement from our consumers. When we started our headless journey, me and my team, we took on a challenge, a target on ourselves to say, we will deliver this at half the price and twice the speed. That's the ambitious target that we set ourselves, and looks like a common theme, what Hugo presented as well. The cost efficiency was the biggest benefit and the driver for us. What we were up against is what I call complexity choke. We have 8 or 9 different CMSs, just like many of you I've heard, architected together in something very complex, very difficult to use, to maintain, and the kind of skill sets and the scale of people that we had to carry to support this. I mean, that's what we were up against, and that's where we had to simplify. Now, for simplification, we came up with a very cool guiding principle. Again, coming back to our marketing colleagues, everyone thinks their brand is special. It's very unique. They need that very special experience, flying unicorns across the pages or something like that. However, under the hood, there's a lot of commonalities that you can find across all of these brand websites. The tech, the design templates, the data, the analytics, all of that can be quite common. So we came up with this principle called ACAP and ADAN. As common as possible, as differentiated as needed. We only innovate or add something unique to the brand where it is a clear differentiator. We would not add features just because the brand manager has the money to do it, or if the design agency went too rogue and came up with some special features. So restricting them, freedom in a box, making sure that you only innovate where it's absolutely needed. ACAP and ADAN has been a lifesaver for us. So this has helped us simplify our tech stack. So from 8 or 9 different CMSs to build a technology product, our web stack, we gave it a pet name, Husky X. That's the internal product that we have built, powered by Contentstack in the middle. Having a common set of platforms that serves all of those diverse consumer and brand needs, and only adding a piece of technology where it's absolutely necessary. So whether it's relevant for a specific geography, for example, in East Asia, you have special platforms like WeChat, you have to integrate with them. Yes, it makes sense. We will open up a special CRM that only serves a specific geography. Happy to do that. But we would not unnecessarily add any pieces of technology everywhere. So this helped us build a very simple tech stack called Husky X. And that solved the problem of our tech fragmentation, 8 or 9 different CMSs, all moving towards Husky. Simplification was one of the problems to solve. The second one was, how do we build our websites faster and cheaper? Now, once again, looking at how the consumers are browsing our websites, but at the same time, what are the different brand needs? There are brands that don't attract a lot of traffic, that don't have very complex requirements, versus some of them would require a very intimate relationship with the people who are visiting the websites. So we came up with these 4 archetypes of brand websites. We called it L1 to L4. L1 being a very simple 1 or 2 pager where you can define the brand purpose, what the brand does, what problems it solves, and a contact us form. Versus something which is L2, you add a little bit of details about products, what products we sell, and where you can buy. Maybe a buy now button that takes you to a Walmart, Amazon or something. L3, which is then a conversion funnel. How do you then buy now and check out at the same website? Or what we call a consumer hub, which is a proper hyper-personalized content with the proper loyalty program, and you have a 2-way conversation. So those are the 4 archetypes of websites, and that's helped us actually deliver those 140 brand websites, or 140 brands with their own websites. So this put together, the simple tech stack, as well as these 4 archetypes, has really helped us package the product called Husky X. I'm going to show you a 2-minute video of how we launched Husky X internally into the business, and that also will give you a flavor of what it does.
Online home matters more than ever. Reckitt, with its 215 million unique visitors across 500 power brand sites, is a digital giant. But how do we make Reckitt websites truly stand out in this crowded online landscape? 8 out of 10 consumers turn to the internet to find solutions to their household problems, making the website their primary entry point. But here's the challenge: user attention only lasts 10 seconds. To engage your audience, 70% expect hyper-personalized content. We know where our consumers come from. Personalization drives 10 to 15% revenue lift. Husky X, powered by best-of-breed CMS Contentstack and advanced architecture, helping reach brand online potential with 2 times faster go-to-market at 50% less cost. If the page does not load in 1 second, 32% of users tend to leave, with that number jumping to 53% if it exceeds 3 seconds. On the example of the Harpic India website, we showed that this level of high performance is able to achieve. With HuskyX, you'll have efficient build processes through simple and flexible pre-coded web templates ready to import, adapt, and innovate at unparalleled speed and ease. Out-of-the-box features with outside-the-box flexibility, HuskyX offers all essential content and assets from your product information management and digital asset management systems, direct-to-consumer, CRM personalization, and a chatbot ready to deliver instant customer service. We're here to lead your brand site into the future of content, commerce, and community. Let's build a digital home that sets your brand apart. Your brand's online success starts here.
Right, so that's how the HuskyX works. Thank you. Now, at the heart of this HuskyX product was a very well thought through and researched design system. That's what our starting point was. This is where we invested heavily in more than 200 design components that we could use and customize for different brands. This drag and drop of these design components have actually enabled us to deliver those web pages in literally hours instead of weeks, where it used to be. We used to literally start coding from scratch every new requirement, and most of the time those requirements were quite similar. So why code it from scratch when you have reusable components that you can use? So that's where it started. And we have been very successfully using it across now more than 200 brands, and it's growing. Styling those components, adding the right colors, the features where it should be on the page, and so on, to actually deliver those brand experiences that are required. More importantly, what we invested in was to understand how those consumers are browsing our websites. What are those patterns, and how do we serve towards those patterns? For some brands, it's always about, I need to understand the brand first before I can get to any sort of decision. Brands with early stages, the awareness is low, so you actually focus on brand awareness. Whereas in some cases, some brands, it's all about, I know what the problem is, I just need to find the right product. You actually focus on those products. In some cases, it's about, I don't want to talk about brand, I have a problem, help me find a solution. I have a migraine, what should I do? I have spilled wine on my carpet, how do I remove that? And that's where our brands could come in. Unbranded content could actually build that trust. So that's the kind of behaviors and patterns that we tried to mimic through our brand websites using those archetypes. And that's really helped us unlock real potential of this channel. We have now successfully delivered that. Again, Harpic India is an example. We built this website as promised in half the time and half the cost. And it was not just about the build efficiency, but it was a real upgrade towards the website performance as well. Through HuskyX, we could significantly improve our search rankings, the core web vitals, also the UX scores, the marketing, the content scores, and all of that. So this product has not just revolutionized the way we build products, but also helped us significantly improve the performance of those engagements, help us build the brands that we want. Now, a few learnings along the way. Happy to share mine. I'm not sure you would agree to all of them, but that's what we've had. You could have different experiences. Starting from left to right on the screen, as I said, we spent quite a bit of time up front in understanding what the consumer needs are, making sure that we know what those browsing patterns are, what they're looking for what type of brand. And then being able to build that into those consumer experiences is quite important. So quite a bit of research has gone into that, but then making sure that those consumer experiences also reflect the brand needs. So it's not just about consumer, but it should serve the brand needs as well, whether it's about, again, driving brand awareness, or is it about first-party data capture or a path to purchase? On top of that, again, ACAP and ADAN, I keep on repeating that, as common as possible, as differentiated as needed. Don't let go of that, or at least we haven't let go of that, because that's really helped us to question very critically what these design agencies are coming up with, and do we really need that? In terms of educating our marketers about headless, Yes, they get excited, and then they sometimes get overexcited, and they think it's a plug and play. Can I add this and can I add that? So we had to educate and then sort of uneducate them to say, guys, it's not that simple. So that's been quite a fun journey. And then on the other side, again, the design components has been quite important for us. So we've invested on that, but also the content model. When we started thinking about our content model, and again, with Contentstack, you have the base. But when we started to look at it for ourselves, what would work for Reckitt, I heard that your first content model is always going to be wrong, and it was true. So you have to constantly iterate. It takes time to actually develop something that works for you. And it's not going to be a standard off the shelf. You have to really think through what type of content model you would need for your business solutions. The partner ecosystem, again, absolute lifesaver. They are your best friends. Contentstack is one of the examples, but our entire partner ecosystem, we have realized how much dependencies we have and how they help step change the way we perform for our web channels. Similarly, within Contentstack, for example, all the add-on services, the marketplace that they offer, that's our first go-to. Every time we need something new, we try and go through the marketplace because it does help speed up this entire delivery process. And then lastly, moving towards a headless CMS, we thought, we can start shifting all our resources towards front end. The times when you don't have the native integration or APIs don't work, you actually land into quite a bit of trouble. So don't let go of all your backend or full stack resources. Make sure that you hang on to some of them. So to wrap up, we have delivered those innovative experiences at half the price and half the cost. And we have done that at scale and speed by simplifying tech, hanging on to the ACAP and ADAN models to build towards those consumer needs and the brands that are delivering a cleaner and healthier world for you. Thank you.